This is part 5 of Introduction to STU. We will talk about the main menu. Let's open STU. The main menu of STU is simple. File menu starts with the two different ways to start a new project. The first one is auto recording, where STU records the user actions in the background and generate the automation scenario file automatically. And the second way is to choose manual development, which means bringing in these operations by hand one by one to the timeline and setting parameters manually. You can mix auto recording and manual development in one project. Loading saved projects can be done from these load menus. You can load the scenario file, either from your local storage or from your supervisor account. Now the saving menus also have several options. Save to file means the scenario file will be saved locally. Save to file with password means that the scenario file will require a password to open with STU. Save to supervisor means the scenario file will be uploaded and registered under your account at the supervisor and it would become ready for deployment. Lastly, save to supervisor as new bot means that same bot can be given different scenario ID or bot ID by supervisor, usually for maintenance or management purposes. Make exe menu is simply to package the scenario file into an executable format. Just like other Windows local apps which can be started by double-clicking, the Make exe menu has two choices. The first one is plain exe bot, where the bot will just run but do not send any execution logs to the supervisor. The second choice is to package it in the ebot format. In this way, the bot file will be encrypted, and the execution result will be sent back to supervisor for monitoring purposes. Import legacy scenario files is used only when you are loading scenario files that are made by previous generation STU in the zip format. Import steps can be used when you only want to reuse a specific part of other bots in your current project. The pop-up window will guide you to select the bot and the steps, as well as the variable setting from the target bot. Exit menu will simply end STU. And finally, the log folder menu is to open the folders where STU and PAM keep their logs. These logs are useful for our technical team to help you troubleshoot when you are having technical difficulties. Now the run menu test run is self-explanatory. Then the show the last test result menu just opens the test result window, so that you can double check what went wrong again and again, in case of failure. Load lastly tested bot is for recovery purposes. STU has a feature to save the bot every time you run for test. Then, in a rare case when STU crashes, you can still recover your scenario file from this menu. Run web browser menu is a convenient tool when you are building an automation scenario for any web app. This feature has a window size settings capabilities, so that you can select the browser window size according to your target deployment environment. This feature can open Chrome, Internet Explorer, and the Edge browser. At the bottom is another auto recording switch. This is for mixing manual scenario development with the auto recording feature. This is very useful when you want to quickly build the foundation of your automation scenario. More detailed explanations are given in the auto recording video. Next is the settings menu. The options menu will open a pop-up window where you can set various folder path to save the automation scenario files. You can also set the default timeout for verification tools, which decides how long those operations tools wait for a target event to happen. Language selection can be made here, as well as an option to either send or not send the performance log back to supervisor, which records the performance of execution of various features of STU itself. Finally, the help menu. This includes links, help content such as Benny's secret functions, which is really an explanation page for variables, FAQs, movies, and the direct link to the supervisor login page. The email address is for you to ask questions. This is 24-hour business day response. And click information when you want to know your STU versions.